Good morning, everybody. Mike Bakke, Princeton Trader, here with your Tuesday morning pre-market webcast. Okay, so it's a compression tape, and the Bollinger Bandwidth is dipped, about 1.5. So, things are getting very tight. Yesterday, if you look at a 5-minute chart of yesterday, and I talked about this on the wrap-up yesterday afternoon, it picked out a two-handle range in the morning, and it picked out a two-handle range for the afternoon, and the whole day really, there was a little bit of a higher break there at the end. The whole day carved out, 5 and change as far as a range goes, at least during the regular session. That's a situation where, unless you are a super scalper, and I tell my people, look, we're not scalptrader.com. It's just not, you can't run a room like that because there's too many factors. You have to trade. And not every tape is for everybody. Yesterday, unless you were a scalper, that was a fairly difficult tape to trade ES. So, as I wake up this morning, I'm short the 75 area, 75 quarter, and just kind of waiting to see if we can get a push down to test weekly pivot and potentially daily mid-band, which is now up 2467 area. So, 71 rather to 67 is an area that merits a test. Whether that means that the bears can break that area, that's not really relevant. But it's an area that the dip buyers will certainly defend, and it's an area that really needs to get tested. If it's defended by the bulls, then it's a situation where they can start to build the rest of the week on top of that kind of support. But it's rare in a compressed environment like this that the weekly pivot doesn't get a complete look. At the same time, you have to be careful what you wish for, because what you could end up with is what we had last week, which was basically a 4-day battle over the weekly pivot, which can get to be pretty choppy in its own right. Other than that, you've got 78 resistance. You got weekly pivot support. I'm no chartist. I leave that to Spring Hill Jack in the room. But you got a little bit of a head. You got a shoulder. You got a little bit of a shoulder. If it breaks down, maybe that's how we get to the daily mid-band. So at this point, I'm short. I'm not married to it though. If we start to climb over the top of the hourly mid-band and can get over the top of daily pivot and establish 76 daily pivot as support, then I won't be short 75 much longer. But what I'm looking for here is a move down to 67 to 71, and then let the dip buyers and the bears sort out whether that next move is going to be a lower low, or whether that next move is just going to be the next bounce in a series of a lot of bounces. The best piece of advice I can give you this morning is to be patient. Don't overtrade. Understand that the tape is very tight right now. The compression leads to expansion, and you need to save your, save your trades. Don't burn up a bunch of commissions. Save your brain for when things are moving better, because you can do more in 2 hours than you can do in 2 weeks of this kind of a tape. You've got to be in it for the long haul, and if you are, then you have a chance, to be more successful than a heck of a lot of traders out there. All right, everybody have a fantastic day. Hopefully by the midday update, we'll get some movement, some answers to these questions, and I will catch everybody then. Trade them well. Follow us over on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at Princeton Trader. Check us out on Facebook and join us for a free trial at www.princetontrader.com. Trade 'em well.